I've gotten quite a few messages asking about these turn signals. So I figured I'd make a video for you guys on how I did them. They're pretty simple, but I'll just walk you through it a little bit. It's really easy to do this and you don't need much. You need a Phillips head screwdriver, a 12 and a 14 millimeter wrench or a socket. Just for an example, these are both from the toolkit, so you have half of what you need already. You need a set of wire strippers. You need the lights themselves. You can use whatever. I got these off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. You get 5 in a package. So in case you break one, you got an extra. And then you need the connectors for the end because the lights are just bare wire. They're standard bullet connectors. I got them at Walmart. If you're very interested, these are them. I would say get a smaller size though. This just happened to be what they had on the shelf. And this is a little bit bigger than the standard Honda female end. So when you connect them together, you're actually expanding the Honda fitting a little bit.
One more thing!
If you're gonna do it the way I did in the back, you need a drill and a drill bit. I didn't have a 3/4 inch, but I had 3/8. So you drill one hole and then kind of use it as a file or use an actual file to enlarge it. Do it little by little until it fits in. First, you need to take the headlight off. There's 4 Phillips head screws. And then you pull it up. There's a tab here. Be careful not to break it. The stock blinkers are sitting in here just like this. This is a 14 millimeter nut. Take that off and then just feed everything through. After you get the connectors on the turn signals, on the left side it goes white to green in this right here, and then it goes black to orange in this right here. On the right, you're going to go white to green and then black to blue. Small word of advice: if you use the same turn signals, they fit well on the outside. On the inside, there was a little bit of play. So what I did was wrapped a little bit of tape on the inside of them and then pushed them through. And now they hold in really, really well. For the rear, obviously you're going to have to take the seat off. I removed the entire taillight assembly just to make it easier. For that, you have to take the rack off. There's 4 of these 12 millimeter bolts, and then there's 4 Phillips head screws, like that. And you also have to remove the fender assembly, which is connected here with 2 more 12 millimeter bolts. Now, to get that out, makes it a lot easier if you undo these 2 Phillips head screws and then just pull this down a little bit. So the wiring on the back is easy too. You just pull this protector off. On the right hand side, my black wire is getting connected to this blue, and then the white wire, or actually both white wires, are getting connected to this green double connector. And then the black for the left-hand side is getting connected in this orange one. If you look really closely here, you can see what I mean about these connectors spreading the Honda connectors. Didn't do anything with this, and they still work fine, but just a momentary word of caution. Since you're switching to LED blinkers instead of standard, you need to change the relay. You can do inline resistors, but I'm not going to do that. This is the one that comes with the bike. Don't need it anymore, so goodbye. This is the replacement. It's still the same 3-pin, but this comes with an extension, which I really like. It just plugs in like that. There's a little bit of extra wire to hide, but whatever. Cool little feature of this relay, it's silent. The other one made a clicking noise, and this one does not. Now, after you connect all the blinkers and the relay, you're not going to be able to choose which way the directionals go. It's just going to flash all 4 on at the same time like your hazards were on. The easiest way to fix that is to just remove the indicator bulb from the dashboard. This one, right there. See? Flip the switch, hit the horn on accident. Doesn't light up anymore. To get to that, it's this rubber piece with the red and blue wire going into it. These wires are held in by a Phillips head screw. I just undid that to get it out of my way. It pulls out kind of easy. I have big hands and couldn't get it the first time, so I used a pair of pliers. And let's see if I can do this with one hand. When you pull the bulb out, or if I can just knock it out, yeah, there you go. It goes back to one side. The only thing about it now is you're not going to have the indicator to tell you your lights are on. So, if you leave them on, you leave them on. They still turn off with the key, so it's not going to kill your battery, but you'll probably annoy somebody behind you. So, a good way to do it is to just press the button in when you're done with the turn. It's just a cancel button, see? I've got the bike inside because it's cold out and I figured I'd work on it before I put it on the road for spring. So here's an example of how bright they are. It's daylight out, but I tried to make it as dark as I could in here. They're at least as bright as the stock ones, probably more. And they look a whole lot better. They're not sticking out 1.5 feet like the other ones, so I'm really happy about it. Hopefully this helped somebody. I'm planning on doing a bunch more videos on the Navi, so go ahead and like this and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you on the next one.